Okay guys, let's start off. First off, let me tell you I was supposed to correct. This should say 0, -1, not 0, 0. So for those of you who I had it earlier in the day, I didn't tell you that correction. So anytime it says equation and tangent line, you know the two words we write are point, slope. Our point is 0, -1. How do we find the slope? Well, we take the derivative. So the derivative is 4x. The derivative of cosine, you change the sign, and it's sine. So we're trying to evaluate the derivative at x equals 0. So we plug in 0, and we know that we get sine of 0. If you think about the sine wave, the sine of 0 is 0. So our slope is 0. So if we do our equation, y minus y1 equals m times x minus x1, y minus our -1 equals our slope times x minus 0, gives us y plus 1 equals 0, or y equals -1. Also, if you just think this is a horizontal line and it's passing through this point. So if you think about it has to go through this point, it's a horizontal line. So it has to be y equals -1. Okay, so number 2, point, slope. Point is -1, comma. If we're not given this guy, we just plug it into the function. G of -1 gives us 3 times -1 to the 4th plus 2 times -1 cubed plus 4 times -1 plus 1. So we get 3 minus 2 plus 4 plus 1. This will give us 1 plus 4 is 5 plus 1 is 6. Slope, again, take the derivative. So we get 12x cubed plus 6x squared minus 4. Plug in -1, so 12 times -1 cubed, 6 times -1 squared minus 4, -12 plus 6 minus 4. So we get -6 minus 4, which is -10. So y minus our y coordinate equals our slope, -10 times x minus our x coordinate, which will be plus 1. Okay, moving right along. Number 3. Okay, horizontal tangent line. This means take the derivative, set it equal to 0, because horizontal lines have a 0 slope. So y prime equals -4 minus 2x. So you get -2x equals 4, so x equals -2. F prime of x equals 6x squared minus 2x minus 4 is equal to 0. Let's factor out the greatest common factor, which is 2. 3x squared minus x minus 2. Okay, some of you have one that's kind of similar to this on the quiz and you had issues. The only thing that's going to give me 2 is a 2 and a 1. Okay? If I do 2 here and 1 here, that should work. Let's see. -3 plus 2 would give us that -1 in the middle. Now 2, can 2 equal 0? No, so this is not an answer. It's only an answer if you factor out an x. So we set each of these factors equal to 0. X equals -2/3, and x equals 1. Alright, f prime of x equals -2 sine x plus 1. Set equal to 0, so you get -2 sine x equals -1. Sine x equals 1/2. So, in between 0 and 2 pi, a unit circle. Okay, you only have a couple options. It's 3/2, 1/2. If you go over a lot and up a little bit, that's the 1/2. So here is the sine value of 1/2, and then over here is the sine value of 1/2. This is, remember we count by 6, pi over 6, 2 pi over 6, 2 pi over 6, 4 pi, 5 pi, etc. So this is pi over 6. And over here, if you just went up pi over 6, it would be 5 pi over 6. Okay, horizontal tangent line, again, take the derivative, set equal to 0. Sorry about that. So we're going to say the derivative of the top times the bottom minus the derivative of the bottom times the top all over the bottom squared. So 4x squared plus 2x minus 2x squared over 2x plus 1 squared. Okay, now we're supposed to set them equal to 0. Whenever you set a fraction equal to 0, you just care about the top equaling 0. So if you cross multiply like this, anything times 0 is going to give you 0. And 1 times that's 2x squared plus 2x. Factor out of 2x, you're left with x plus 1. So your two factors, this has an x in it, so the x can equal 0. Or x plus 1 gives you x equals negative 1. So these are your two places where you have a horizontal tangent line. Number 7, you should be able to do because it says the instantaneous rate of change. This is very similar to the ones we just did. This is like saying tangent line, the slope of the tangent line, it's the derivative. Instead of setting it equal to 0, it says we're supposed to set it equal to 1/4. So if y equals the square root of x, it's the same as x to the 1/2. So y prime is 1/2 x to the negative 1/2, which is 1 over 2 x to the 1/2. We're trying to figure out where does this equal 1/4. Cross multiply, so you get 4 plus 2x to the 1/2. Divide by 2, so you get 2 equals x to the 1/2. When you get rid of that is squaring, so it makes the exponent 1. So 4 equals x. Okay, fun wins. I told you how to change this to 1, 2, 2, 1. Sorry about that. Okay, so we have the chain rule going on here. We have 2 on the outside, raised to the third power. So first thing goes first. 6. Do not change the inside. So we have g f of x squared, and then it would be the next layer. G prime, don't change the f of x, and then f prime. So we need 6 times g of f of 1 squared times g prime of f of 1 times f prime of 1. Okay. F of 1 is equal to 2. So this is equal to 6 times g of 2 squared times g prime of f of 1 is equal to 2. Alright, so we have 3 different numbers we're multiplying together here. 6 times g of 2 is negative 1. G prime of 2 is negative 4. F prime of 1, 1. So we get negative 24. Alright, let's look at this one. Sum. Sum is easy. It's just derivative of f minus 4 times the derivative of g. We plug in 2. So f prime of 2 minus 4 times g prime of 2. F prime of 2 is 5. Minus 4 times g prime of 2 is negative 4. So we get 5 plus 16, which gives us 21. Okay, here we're going to use the product rule. I'm just including pi with the f of x. You don't have to include it with either one, but derivative of the first times the second plus the derivative of the second times the first. So we're going to plug in 2. Pi times f prime of 2, g of 2 plus g prime of 2 times pi is f of 2. Okay, f prime of 2 is 5. G of 2, negative 1. G prime of 2, negative 4. F of 2, 4. So we should have used all of the numbers in this row here. And we did. 5, negative 1, negative 4, 4. So we have negative 5 pi minus 16 pi, which gives us negative 21 pi. Okay, this one's the quotient rule. Be the derivative of the top times the bottom minus the derivative of the bottom times the top all over the bottom squared. So f prime of x at 1 is 2 times g of 1 is 2 minus 2 times g prime of 1, negative 1 times f of x, which is 2, all over g of 1, just 2 squared. So now we have 4 plus 4 over just 4 squared is 16. 8 over 16, which is 1/2. Okay, use the table from below to do t of 20. So t of 20 equals 330 degrees Fahrenheit. So at 20 minutes, the object is 330 degrees Fahrenheit. So you say both things. T inverse of 310 just means what's paired with 310? 25. So when the object is 310 degrees Fahrenheit, it has been 25 minutes. Estimate T5 by 3. So we're going to have to go in between these two. Oh no, 23, sorry. 23. In between these two right here. So f of 25 minus f of 20 over 25 minus 20. F of 25, 310 minus 330 over 5. So negative 20 over 5. So it'll be negative 4 degrees, in Celsius, Fahrenheit, degrees Fahrenheit per minute. So for every minute, 4 degrees decreases. So we could say at time, yeah, we just do our little approximate. At time equals 23 minutes, the object is cooling at a rate of negative 4 degrees Fahrenheit. Oh, I don't just do the negative. I'm saying cooling, it automatically applies the negative. Okay, 331, let's see. Yes, because I passed through 331 between 10 and 20. So f of 10 is 324. F, or T of let's do T of 0, T of 35. T of 0 is 350. T of 35, 295. Yes. Since T is continuous, you have to say it's continuous. And this, therefore by IVT, there is at least 2 T's such that f of t, or we're calling this not function, it's not f, sorry, it's t of t equals 331. Okay, I'll pause for just a second. Okay, so